How does a BJP versus BJP contest look like? A club in Delhi gave us a glimpse. The fight was fierce, it was spirited, and of course political. And since it was political, it had all the typical elements of a proper election: campaigning, manifestos, promises, lobbying, caste factor, and just getting people to vote for you. Just that in this case, it wasn't the common voter or a big constituency at stake. The voters here were the members of parliament, both sitting and former, and the space or the constituency was the Constitution Club of India or CCI. These MPs were picking the secretary administration of the CCI, an 8-decade-old MPs only club in the heart of Delhi. What was supposed to be a routine low-key affair suddenly sprang to life courtesy these two men. Rajiv Pratap Rudy, former union minister, 6-time MP from Bihar, a commercial pilot, secretary administration of CCI for 25 years, and a known face in Delhi's urban elite political circles. Challenging Rajiv Rudy was Dr. Sanjeev Balyan, again a former union minister and a 2-time former MP. Late last night, the winner in this contest was declared, and this video will look at that and also how this contest revealed some fault lines in the Bharatiya Janata Party camp. After all, this wasn't just a Rudy versus Balyan contest. Many saw it as a proxy battle between some top leaders of the BJP. Hello and welcome, I am Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. So Rajiv Pratap Rudy, former union minister and MP from Bihar Saran, won yet another term as Secretary Administration of the Constitution Club of India. The counting began last evening and went on till 3 a.m. Rudy defeated fellow BJP leader Sanjeev Balyan by about 100 votes. After 25-26 rounds of counting, Rudy got a total of 392 votes, while Balyan received 290 votes. Visuals show Rudy's supporters celebrating this victory with firecrackers and slogans. Rudy thanked those MPs who voted for him and said that this was a result of the work he has done over the last 2 decades. Sanjeev Balyan, on the other hand, said he accepts the defeat and congratulated Rudy on the win. Now, for the record, both leaders maintained that this was not about political parties, that this fight had nothing to do with BJP versus Congress or BJP versus India bloc. They said that it was just individuals competing for a post of a club. But of course, that wasn't it. There was more to this than what was being said officially. The fact that 2 BJP leaders squared off was indeed watched closely. For starters, this was only the 4th election in the CCI's history. The high stakes of this battle reflected on ground as top politicians across party lines came out to vote. From Home Minister Amit Shah, Union Ministers Piyush Goyal, Kiran Rijiju, BJP President JP Nadda, to Congress's Sonia Gandhi and Party President Mallikarjun Kharge, the who's who of Indian politics in the national capital was out and voting at the CCI. And the numbers show that as well. A total of 707 votes were cast, much more than what has been seen in the previous elections. Now, what these 2 gentlemen were fighting for was to become an office bearer of this space called the Constitution Club of India. And like I said, this is an MPs only space which was created way back in 1947. The aim was to have an informal space for members of the Constituent Assembly at the time. In 1965, its current premises were formally inaugurated by President S. Radhakrishnan. CCI is basically a forum for current and former MPs to catch up, interact, and have those off-the-record or unfiltered conversations. Mind you, the CCI is a plush space, not too far away from Parliament. And this space hosts events, conferences and debates, and press conferences as well. This also has facilities like conference rooms, lounge, library, gym, swimming pool, spa and badminton court. It's a lavish space basically for members of Parliament, both current and former. Now, the CCI has over 1,200 members. Now, for politicians, no space is small enough to exercise their influence. And that too, in Delhi, they will not leave any stone unturned to prove that they have a clout of their own. So think of the CCI and this election that we saw yesterday and its significance in that light. Now, Rajiv Rudy first became its secretary, the CCI Secretary Administration, way back in 2000, defeating former President Ramnath Kovind. Since then, Rudy in fact has been credited with transforming the CCI with top-class facilities. This time around, those part of Rudy's panel were elected unopposed, including Rajiv Shukla of the Congress, who was picked as Secretary Sports, Tiruchi Siva of the DMK as Secretary Culture, and BRS's AP Jitendra Reddy as Treasurer. But Rudy had a challenge for the post of Secretary Administration in the form of Balyan. Balyan, many believe, had the backing of none other than Home Minister Amit Shah. As candidate, Balyan said he would restore CCI's glory and ensure that MPs run this space, unlike Rudy, who he claimed was running CCI through IAS officers. Rudy, on the other hand, if gossip is to go by, allegedly had the backing of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and a section of BJP MPs along with the opposition India alliance. That's how broad the support base of Rajiv Rudy was. And eventually this coalition is supposed to have worked in Rajiv Rudy's favor. But that too wasn't so straightforward. There was another factor or another subplot in this BJP versus BJP contest, and that was caste. So, on one hand, you had Sanjeev Balyan, a Jat from the sugarcane belt of western Uttar Pradesh and someone who's from the grassroots. On the other hand, you had Rajiv Pratap Rudy, a Rajput from Bihar, the incumbent office bearer, a suave, English-speaking, savvy senior parliamentarian from the Bharatiya Janata Party. In short, this Rudy versus Balyan fight was also made into a Rajput versus Jat fight, thanks to their supporters online as well. And the MPs, the voters in fact, were divided on these lines as well. Balyan reportedly was banking on Jat MPs from the BJP to ensure his victory. There was also the supposed blessing of Amit Shah, who his supporters called the Chanakya of Indian politics. BJP MPs like Nishikant Dubey openly campaigned for Sanjeev Balyan. Sanjeev Balyan is a man who is not considered to be the best of friends of UP CM Yogi Adityanath. Rudy, on the other hand, banked on the Rajput leaders of the BJP, allegedly including Rajnath Singh and Yogi Adityanath. And opposition leaders too are believed to have backed Rajiv Pratap Rudy instead of the so-called Modi government or Amit Shah's pick in Dr. Sanjeev Balyan. And like I said, this proved to be decisive. The support of the opposition alliance leaders along with Rudy's own base of Rajput BJP leaders that he was banking on. Now, this is not to extrapolate to make some claims of BJP crumbling, but yes, the cracks did come out in the open, be it caste or otherwise. What also came through are the so-called camps in the Bharatiya Janata Party. Amit Shah camp versus the Yogi/Rajnath camp, with this round going against Home Minister Amit Shah, a man whose command over the BJP in the last decade has become a case study and someone who's known to not like to lose elections. So what do you think of the Bharatiya Janata Party's future in the weeks and months and years to follow? Do let us know in the comments. That's all we have for this report. Thanks for watching.